In this video, I'm going to talk about a loss. The loss of something beloved. I have waited a really long time to have one of these. In only a short amount of time, we've determined it just wasn't right. We're going to make a change. It's a little bittersweet. I'd be lying if I didn't say I was a little heartbroken. But I do believe that this is going to be for the best. So let's get right to it. In a little while, we are heading out and we are going to be trading in my beloved Airstream. I love this Airstream. I think it's gorgeous. It's well built, hasn't given me any problems. It's iconic. It makes people's heads turn. Everybody wants to ask you and talk to you about it. I love it. I really do. I love Airstream. I'm an Airstream fanboy. But here are the reasons why we're trading it in. First of all, it's too small. It's the 22-footer. Two grown adults, 200 pounds each Labradors for even a weekend is tough. A couple other things about this thing. It's only single axle, all right? Single axles always made me nervous. I don't have any kind of room for error if one of these tires blow. I do have a tire monitoring system, but that's not gonna save a tire from blowing. If I do blow a tire, I don't have another one to keep me up on the road. So that always bothered me. The other thing about this Airstream is this sink area. It's a big sink, but to wash, you're always hitting your head up on this. So this was not our favorite design. Lisa complained about this more than anything. When she's trying to wash dishes, she's constantly hitting her head on this. So that's a big thing. The other thing was counter space. Unless you've got the covers on here, you don't have a whole lot of counter space. Now I did construct this cutting board, which gave me space on the counter when I wasn't using the stove, which I loved. I think it was a great idea. Stellar. It was a cutting board for prep work, and it covered up, and they gave me things to put things down on. So that was actually a brilliant idea on my part, if I do say so myself. The other thing was this TV. It's way over here in a goofy spot. And when you're on the bed over here, you got to turn your neck to see it. And you have to pull it out to actually see the entire screen. It was a terrible place. We actually took it down. I put the legs back on the bottom of it, and we used to lay it on the ledge over there so we could lay in bed and watch it straight on. So that was a kind of a cool thing. It only had a microwave. It didn't have a convection oven. It didn't have a stove. So we could never really bake anything. And I know RVs and baking, you don't really do a lot of baking, but cookies, pizzas, simple stuff. Couldn't do it. And the refrigerator. I thought this refrigerator was going to be fine. It was not fine. We couldn't fit even a weekend's worth of stuff in there comfortably. It was always a sore spot. We just didn't enjoy the small refrigerator. It just didn't work for us. The bathroom. It looks huge, right? And it is. I mean, technically, but I always had a hard time trying to dry off in here. And all Airstream bathrooms, I should say all Airstream showers, are small. And with this curved roof, it was, even for a 5'10" guy, it wasn't the easiest shower to shower in. For the most part, as far as RV showers go, as far as Airstream showers go, this one was quite good. You know, with the two large dogs, I took out the leg and I put the lagoon table in here, which gave this more configurations, and it gave a place for the dogs to lay, so it opened up the walkway. Another brilliant idea on my part. And I'm just pointing out every single thing. I think that's the extent of the list of things that I don't like about the Airstream. This Airstream did have a conversation with Lisa about getting a bigger Airstream, maybe a 30-footer. Maybe one with an office so I can set up my computer and work. But now you're looking at, you know, $130,000, $150,000 for a new one. If you can find a used one, today's market, today's prices, you're still spending a lot of money for what you're getting. We went to the Hershey show We looked at a lot of different models. Our very first travel trailer was a Grand Design. It wasn't much bigger than this one, but with the dogs, it was kind of tight. I really wanted an Airstream, so I got an Airstream, but we were stuck in that same confinement, that same size problem. So it didn't really solve any problems other than it satisfied my dream, my wish, my desire. I still, hopefully someday in the future, maybe I will get another Airstream, but we're going back to Grand Design. We're on our way to the dealership in about an hour. We're going to be picking up our new Grand Design. This one has slides. The bathroom is much bigger. The bedroom is separate from the rest of the living space. As you can tell here, it's like one area and a lot more storage. That's what we're doing today. If you're interested, hang on. Stay a little bit longer. Watch a little bit longer on this video. I'll show you the new rig. Oh, and by the way, the new rig required me getting an upgraded truck. I got another Silverado 2500 diesel. This is what we got, and this is what we're doing. This is what's happening. I'm gonna miss her. This is the Silver Eagle, by the way. I ended up naming her, and I've even got the coin to prove it. Alright, so let's just go with it. I didn't do any filming when I was at the dealership. I wanted to focus on looking things over, learning about the fifth wheel. In case you haven't noticed, or in case you haven't figured it out, we ended up trading the Airstream in for a fifth wheel. I think we're going to come in with a collision here.
Oh my god.
Alright, so, like I said, I wanted to pay attention to the purchase and all that, you know, the walkthrough and the PDI and all that stuff. So we didn't record anything at the dealership, but we are now on the road. I did go to the Catskills, so the fifth wheel is completely empty. And I went to the Catskills to see just preliminary numbers. We're at 20,600, I forget. But this truck has a gross weight rating of 27,500. So we're well underneath that. My axles are 6,600 and we're at 6,200. Again, that's empty. We haven't loaded it up, so I don't know what the numbers are yet on that. But what I am experiencing for my first time is a jerky sensation. As I drive, I feel it feeling, which is weird. I don't know how normal that is. I'm gonna have to do a little research. If anybody understands what I'm experiencing, comment below and tell me what I'm feeling and what I can do about it, if anything. This is my very first time with a fifth wheel. I'm a little nervous, but I'm relaxed. I'm up for the challenge. I definitely dove into the deep end. There's a lot of newness to this experience. Nope, there's that jerkiness. I think I might just have to get used to the feeling because I don't know what to expect, so I don't know what's normal, what's abnormal. But we have over 2 hours to drive home. I've got a cruise control to 65, and I don't know, I got a lot to learn.
You're not white knuckling it, so.
I'm not white knuckling it. It's actually tracking nicely. The truck has got plenty of power. It accelerates and it pulls it just fine. It's the ride. You know, a lot of people have recommended airbags. There's those rubber timbrins that I see a lot of people use. So there are things that I can do to maybe firm up the suspension. I don't know. I don't know if what I'm experiencing is normal and if there's anything that can be done about it. But I do believe I'm within my numbers right now, at least, dry. So, I mean, to be determined on everything else. I don't know. When we get home, I'll show you all what I got. I just accelerated. Let's see what this does. See, it feels like it's I just blast that rig with no problem at all. So the power's there.
The real test will be going uphill.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be a problem either. The truck can handle the weight. Anyway, those are my first preliminary thoughts and feelings. More to come. Alright, so update. We're about an hour in to our 2.5 hour drive home. And I want to report that I've gotten kind of used to the feel and it's riding nice. I was explaining to Lisa that when I bought my first trailer and we left the dealership, I didn't know what to expect, and I went very, very slow. Not that I'm speeding now, but until I built confidence and knew what to expect, it was a little nerve-wracking. So this is that same experience again. I've never pulled a fifth wheel. I didn't know what to expect. Now that jerkiness, I'd still like to know what that is and if I can, correct that. But now that I'm over an hour into this ride, I've kind of gotten comfortable behind the wheel and it's riding nice. It's feeling good. I guess I just want to report back that I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more confident. It's just a matter of getting used to the feel and learning. It's all learning. So I just want to report back that I'm feeling really good now, and she's driving good. So, but I'll report more as I learn more, feel more, and we get home. I guess that's the most important thing right now, just getting home safe. So, all right, check back in a little while. As I mentioned on the ride, it was a little weird feeling when we first got started because it was things I've never felt before. But once we got rolling and I knew what to feel and what to expect, she rode beautifully. We hit some pretty heavy potholes, if you will, some rough highway. She did really well. So I guess it's time for the big reveal. You've all waited long enough. We did buy a Grand Design, and we bought a Solitude S-Class. This is the 2930 rear living Grand Design Solitude, and it's absolutely gorgeous. We will give you a proper tour in the coming weeks and days, but there she is. What do you think, Lise?
I love her. She's real pretty.
Yeah, the interior is really nice. I love the color. There's lots and lots of room. I'm
excited.
I think it's gonna be a real big adjustment. One of the other challenges is gonna be getting the dogs inside. Onyx already climbed up, so that was one hurdle. We got Onyx inside, but and I have to get all kinds of power cords and adapters and stuff so we can plug her in and then start loading her up. But here she is. She is one big trailer, but she's beautiful. It's a 2022 Grand Design, so it's last year's leftover, I guess, if you want to call it that. And we got a really good deal on it because it was a leftover, and we got some real good equity out of our Airstream, so it didn't cost us that much at all. And I guess we're looking forward to using it now. So anyway, we're home. We got home safe. She rode great. She pulled the Silverado, the new 2500, pulled her great. here she is. So stay tuned, subscribe for more videos, reviews, and I guess setup of our brand new fifth wheel. Crazy, crazy, crazy times. All right, y'all. We'll catch you next time.